Oh, that's because it's got more stuff.
The Force is a weapon.
Disruption.
I will show you how to wield it.
Oh, it's an interrupt. Alright, I'll take it.
Show no mercy.
Don't tell me this again, I know. Look at these guys. Just standing here chatting. Heyo, Darth Baras.
Not a minute too soon. Your timing is impeccable.
Did it just get considerably colder?
I see you decided to keep the slave. I hope she amuses you. I trust you've been acquainting yourself with your new environs. Did my minion point you in the right direction?
He's a dutiful servant who lives to serve you.
A properly beaten down slave is the only trustworthy creature in the galaxy. Your responsibilities will mandate contact with my various minions. Meet my directives, and you may do as you will to anyone you encounter, adversary or ally.
You can trust that I'll use good judgment, Master.
I have painstakingly built a vast network of spies and operatives embedded throughout the Sith, Republic, and Jedi alike. I have fingers, eyes, and ears everywhere.
Which am I to be? A finger, eye, or ear?
You're my enforcer, deployed to protect my interests, intimidate my rivals, and destroy my enemies. It's time for your tenure to begin. A military starship is touching down at the Kaas City cargo port, delivering a vitally important prisoner to me. You will meet Commander Langton at Docking Bay 12 and make sure he and his men successfully offload this prisoner.
If you're sending me, you must be expecting trouble.
We must always assume that we are being plotted against, especially when the stakes are high. The importance of this prisoner cannot be overstated. Go to the cargo port now and stay sharp. You are dismissed.
This guy's mask reminds me of Nier Automata, not Nier Automata, just Nier. Friendly Cilliel. I should change my title.
They really did lock a lot of character customization behind cartel coins.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like hairstyles and hairstyles and eye colors and stuff like that that you have to unlock now.
You even had that fish on the Mega Man 4 Stream Advertisers Workshop? Yeah. I need to figure out why my wild slimes were not acting properly. Alright, so where are we headed now? I gotta go to Cargo Port B7. I got mail, what?
You own a stronghold.
Oh. You have done it. You have charted your own destiny by staking claim to a stronghold. But what is that? What is next? You have the basic essentials to furnish your new home, but that is not enough. You must have more if you want the prestige that will get you noticed. With enough prestige, your stronghold can be entered into a public listing. Everyone will know your great might. To assist you in your journey of decadent excess, you are being provided your own private vendor. If that is not enough, and it should never be enough, you may also find stronghold decoration vendors near the crew skill trainers on Viking Space Dock. Sell them all. Build an extravagant tribute to your greatness. Make all who behold your stronghold burn with the red-hot jealousy of 1,000,000 stars. Alright.
I'm gonna go to Kaas City entrance. Looks like the best place to go. There's a bunch of stuff there.
Give me a sec. I gotta use this item. You might have that issue looking to get a new PC soon. Let me know if you need anything, because I can zip it up and give it to you.
Ready for departure.
Kaas City entrance, you said? The central?
Yeah.
Okay.
The entrance, yeah.
Hey, look, Silly, it's that map that I have, basically, except mine has no second seat.
I'm nowhere near you now, so I don't know.
Okay, so I didn't go to the right one, apparently.
Ready for departure.
Okay,
Enjoy your stay.
I know where you went. See, I knew you said entrance, but for some reason my mind clicked central.
I was wondering, I was like,
Okay, so my next story takes me... Okay, so actually, silly, since my next story is like right by us, let's go do
let's
that
go there.
first. Bob, what do you think of this mount? I like this mount. I'm glad I bought it. It lets me make shocks, electrocutional things every now and then. Do I gotta go into the city to do it? Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, back in the day when you couldn't use him out until Tatooine, and even like part of the way through Tatooine, because you couldn't get to like it'd be like level 25 to get him out or something like that.
Right now I am a Sith Marauder, and Silly is a Sith Sorcerer. I don't know what spec he is anymore, I forget.
I mean,
Silly did it. Alright, so we are going up here. Reminds you of Grievous' cycle? I think that's what it's based on.
wouldn't be surprised.
It just now dismounted me. Alright.
Alright, man, let's hurry up and get this hunk of carbonite to its owner.
Hey, Captain Oblivious. Boo.
I didn't see you enter. Lord Baras didn't need to send a welcoming party.
You don't decide just there.
Obviously, Lord Baras feels otherwise.
My men and I have performed much more dangerous duties for Lord Baras. The prisoner is frozen in carbonite, so he's not a flight risk. And this is friendly territory. Surely we're safe here.
There is no such thing as friendly territory.
No offense, my lord. That brand of paranoia may work for Lord Baras, but I don't subscribe to it.
When you're on assignment for us, you do.
Yes, my lord. Whatever you say. Let's get this oversized block of ice to your master.
Not so fast. My master ordered that block of ice. So step away from the carbonite man and no one ends up in a grave.
Your master is going to be disappointed.
Perhaps I didn't make myself plainly clear. I'm here to relieve you of your burden. Whether that includes your own lives as well is up to you.
Looky. If it ain't Slestak, your master be wanting the froze man too, huh? Too bad for you. It mine.
You two know each other.
To know Tumar is to hate Tumar.
That go true for you too, Slestak. If you don't flee, this be like killing two stone with one bird.
I'm such a fool. I'll never doubt Lord Baras again. What do we do?
We kill them all.
I know you're Sith, stranger, but I think your bravado is ill-advised.
He got ideas, Slestak. How about we play wishbone with the talker? Bigger half get the spoils.
A truce then. You stood a chance against one set of us Sith, but even a master Force user can't beat these odds.
Time to roll the dice then. Attack!
Time for killing, boys!
Alright. They didn't account for a silly. A cilial. Oh? It was all. This guy cowering. What a bitch.
I see more ambushers on the way. Maybe you can hold them off while my men and I make a run for it and deliver the prisoner to Lord Baras.
Leave the fighting for real fighters.
Come on, man. Double time.
We've done more dangerous missions for him. Immediately runs away at the first opportunity. Oh yeah, this guy's just like standing here. Until I got close. I appreciate that. So yeah, our characters are Mearowen and Cilliel. Cilliel, how would you Elvish McRaunchy's name? McRaunchian?
Oh. Wait, where the fuck do we go now? This way?
I think so. I gotta return to Darth Baras, so we gotta go back to,
Goodness, don't do that yet.
Oh?
Let's do the stuff, other stuff that's out here.
I mean, he might lead me out here again, but...
Okay. Maybe I'll just go do my quest while you do that.
Yeah, do your story quest.
So
That's a good idea. Yeah, I think this is either based on General Grievous' cycle, or it's based on, the South Park unicycle.
probably South Park. I don't see why it would be based on Grievous at all.
Yeah, that doesn't make any
not
sense.
Ready for departure.
So I watched Star Wars Episode 5 recently, where they freeze Han and Carbonate, right? And they were all like, "We have no idea if he'll stay alive during the process, but sure, we'll whatever. At least Jabba will have a new wall mount, even if he dies." And they're like, "Ah, his vitals are good." We had no idea that was what would happen if we put him in there. Yet people in this game are already freezing people in Carbonate. Did they just forget about that? Why did I mail again?
I get more stuff.
They keep sending me stuff from my stronghold. I'll read that to you guys later. Rocket boots. So, McRaunchy, when you're in, one of the things I recommend you do is go and unlock the remove headgear slot for all your characters if you don't already do that. Or if you like the headgear slot, then I wouldn't worry about that. Hey, Baras.
Franklin informed me of the ambush at the cargo port.
Apparently there's no way for me to
Apparently
like
there are more eyes
get
on
to
us
my
than
quest
even I
faster,
thought.
and I don't
I have
exactly
felt
know
a
where it is.
disturbance
I
in
think
the
I have to go all the way
force.
back to.
It leaves
Set
doom
cutscene.
imprinted on my dreams. A grave and mysterious threat that could bring down my entire power base. This frozen man is a top Republic agent captured while investigating my most deeply embedded spy on Nar Shaddaa. One of my invisibles. The Force grants me a vision of doom. And immediately, my untraceable spy, who has left no footprints, no trail, is almost exposed. It makes me furious.
Maybe your spy wasn't so invisible after all.
Do not presume to tell me my business. There's no profit in it. I must learn what tipped off the Republic agent. He is the key to uncovering the nature of this threat. Now, while I thaw the prisoner and painfully siphon every morsel of information I can from him, I have some concerns that require your special talents.
Tell me what I must do.
No rest for the wicked, I guess.
Go to the Imperial post in the jungles outside the city. Commander Pritch is stationed there. He has a seek and destroy task for you.
What will I be seeking and destroying?
Do not needlessly tax me. Commander Pritch will supply all the details. I must tend to the torturing of this miserable Republic agent. Waste no time. I have more for you to do once this is complete. You are dismissed.
Ah, sweet, I got a new lightsaber. It's better than both of my lightsabers.
Probably you can just come down to where I am.
I think so, yeah. And I was right, he does want me to go out into the wild again.
What the fuck?
Oh, I have a yellow and a red one. When do you give me yellow lightsabers? Yellow lightsabers. I'm Mearowen. I need red lightsabers. Okay, I'll meet you down there. So, when I last played this game, for those of you that are new to this game or to what's going on, each class has its own storyline. Says you don't exist. We're on Sateli Shan.
Ready for departure.
Okay, which one am I flying to, silly? Central or Speeder or Kaas expansion speeder? Actually, let me just look at the map. Where are you?
Closer to where I am is where you want to go to.
Okay, I see where you are. You are down there. So I want to go to Outpost Tempest speeder. Alright.
Destination. Enjoy your stay.
See you there. No characters on the server. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I mentioned what server I was on. Yeah, we're on Sateli Shan on these ones. You must leave to meet your slave masters. Good luck. Bob, I don't want to... But the way you spelled meet there implies that you're going to be doing something else to your slave masters, and that just sounds worse given that you called them slave masters. Anywho. Yeah. Alright, I'll be with you in just a sec, silly.
No problem.
So what kind of sorcerer were you again, silly?
Sorcerer.
So just sorcerer, okay.
Yeah. It's called, probably... I have to look at the spec that I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Because right now I'm Carnage.
Sure. Let me know when you're near me.
I'm by it.
Oh, okay.
Let's go pick up this quest. Lord Drowl.
I am a lightning sorcerer. Oh, I have unspent points. What the...
Are you 19 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Exactly as reported. A Degree 6 revolt, population equivalent to the Duros uprising on Zilior. Subjects occupy a moderate radius of jungle. Good. Good. Welcome, apprentice. Your timing couldn't be better. I am Lord Drowl. When the Empire encounters resistance on its conquered worlds, they call me. I'm here to end the slave uprising on Dromund Kaas.
You enjoy your job, don't you?
Dominating lesser beings and squashing their will to resist? Of course I enjoy it. I think you will too. The situation is this. A Sith Lord was constructing a colossal statue of himself in the jungle. His slaves revolted and armed themselves. The Colossus remains unfinished and well-armed slaves now control the jungle. An embarrassment for the Empire, but an opportunity for me.
Sounds like the perfect opportunity to thin the slave population.
Slave deaths will be a byproduct of my plan, but not the focus. I'm testing a toxic weapon, a poison called Quell. Its victims experience a prolonged state of agonizing pain before finally dying. The victims' allies are so horrified by Quell's effects, they lose their wills to resist. At least that's what I intend to prove.
What a disturbing experiment.
Wow.
You're quite the sadist, Lord Drowl.
Please, there's no need for flattery. I need someone to introduce a controlled amount of Quell into the slaves' water supply, so that I can determine the proper dosage. Work is dangerous, there will be armed slaves everywhere, but your success will be well rewarded. What do you say?
I'll always aid in the advancement of the killing sciences.
I suspected as much. My assistant, Sergeant Slary,
Ah,
will
yes,
recommend
good
the
angle.
correct dosage of Quell and give you a supply. See him at the research tent.
Sergeant Slaren, it's almost like Sergeant Slolin.
If I know Lord Drow's tastes, which unfortunately I do, He sent you for the quell toxin.
Let's get this out of the way.
Impatient? Of course you are. My superior certainly knows how to choose his assistants. What if I told you this experiment is pointless? That past studies have shown increased suffering has no impact on the speed of surrender. This has nothing to do with accelerating the end of a rebellion. Lord Drow simply takes perverse thrill in gratuitous suffering.
I'm quickly losing interest.
Don't you see? Lord Drow compromises efficiency for his own twisted fixations. I want this assignment over with. The faster this rebellion ends, the faster I'll be reassigned to more important work. Serving Lord Drow's bloodlust has stunted my career. If not for his inefficiency, I'd be a captain by now.
You're awfully enamored of yourself.
I know my potential, just as I know who's holding me back from achieving it. Lord Drow's dosage of quell toxin will have slaves writhing in agony for pointless weeks, during which this area will remain volatile. I've prepared a dose that will kill the slaves efficiently, which is better for the Empire and for me. Will you deliver my dosage instead?
I want these renegade slaves to pay for disobeying the Empire.
You're not merely prolonging the slaves' agony, but my own as well. Committed to your work, aren't you? Very well. Take the quell toxin and inject it into the slave camp's water filtration systems. See Lord Drow for your payment when you're done.
New mail. Is there a mailbox near here? I don't think there is. So, we'll check it later. Alright. Silly, let's go poison some water supplies. Oh, there's gallery points, yeah.
My archaeology is now 5.
I can also scavenge aluminum piles. Oh, so that's what those things are. Okay. I've been wondering what those little sun icons are on the map. I guess we should poison some of these. Oh, okay, I destroyed them. So he's going that way, okay. The character looks ridiculous in running. What the heck? There you go. Oh, that's why. She was running with her lightsabers out, silly, but she wasn't in battle stance, so she's just like running normally with lightsabers out. It looked ridiculous. Done. Alright.
Oh.
Need to kill one more slave. He's scavenging. My skill in scavenging is now 7. I think that's like my skill in scavenging is 7, but this vet is actually doing it.
What? How are you getting vets? Oh, because you're standing far away from it at the time?
Legacy unlocks and everything are not cross-server. I guess not, but I know some of the cartel stuff that you buy is cross-server. Oh, that sucks. I know when we do Jedi, we're going to be playing on Starforge, though.
Are we?
Yeah, because I already had Miro on there.
Oh.
Jedi Miro. Hang on. There's something over here for us to hit.
The light side grows stronger on Dromund Kaas.
Apparently it does.
How dare they?
Contaminating the water supply. Ah, slicing. There we go. Yeah. Where's Silly going? tanks destroyed. Damn, they're all dead by the time I did that.
True.
There's something behind this.
You're good to go.
Is there something I get to make them like auto harvest slicing stations and such?
No.
Damn.
You have to click it.
I don't like clicking it.
I don't want to click stuff.
You need to transfer one of your characters to bring one of your bring your legacy stuff. Is that worth the investment though? I feel like that probably isn't worth it. I got some worship beads. I don't want to go up there. Unless we have to go up there. Doesn't look like we have to. Oh, it costs 1,000 cartel. You can do it with cartel coins? Huh. Alright. Here, bet. I got a present for you. Oh, maybe not. I don't know if I won that. Silly got it. Okay, never mind. Bet I don't have anything for you.
So, what happens now?
The best.
You've unlocked pretty much everything in the legacy? I have not unlocked anything in the legacy.
So I guess we have some more quests up the other way.
Do we? So we do? Let's go do that.
But I have a quest somewhere too, out here.
Yeah, we'll do that one over there. I remember these areas. I think I know what this is. I'm gonna sell stuff to destroyed.
Did I go the wrong line?
No, I don't think you did. I can't even use this, so I'm gonna sell it. Somebody somewhere is like, no, don't sell all this stuff. And I'm just like,
Pull the plug, that's you? What's that? It's like your class quest?
It might be my class quest.
Well, let's do one of my class quests one of these days.
We will. Hey, Pritch, how's it going?
Commander Pritch at your service, my lord. Lord Baras informed me you'd be paying us a visit. I'm prepared to offer full assistance.
Aren't you a good little soldier?
Lord Baras has always found me so, Lord. It may need to update you on the situation here. There's been much unrest in these parts recently, my lord, capped off by a violent slave revolt that has the surrounding jungles overrun with armed slaves.
I gotta go turn that other quest into.
You can't deal with upstart slaves?
Slaves have been giving the forces sent to deal with them fits. I'm not part of that duty, my lord. What no one knows is that Lord Baras orchestrated the insurgents to disrupt one of his rivals, and he wants his involvement kept secret. Now the slave captains who led the revolt are threatening to expose Baras's involvement unless they receive more potent weapons.
They must be killed.
That is in sync with my instructions. Lord Baras wants you to kill enough of the blackmailing slave captains to make the others lose their resolve.
Just tell me where to go.
Slaves are scattered throughout the area, but the captains tend to congregate near the unfinished Colossus. I'll wait here for your return.
Vet is not happy with any of my
Best to
choices.
sit here and wait, don't you think?
That's because Vet is
Take
a
it
good
up with
person.
the commander. I'm sure he'd appreciate the constructive criticism.
Nah, I think I'll let him live in shame.
I like Vet. I don't like being mean to Vet. It is what it is. Alright, let's pick up this quest.
Okay. Quest. Cool, we're not in the same... Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, okay.
I thought you were in it already, so I ran over there.
So did I.
Look at them out there. They're like animals. Hundreds of slaves with no one to command them and without a thought in their minds as to what to do with their freedom. Like I said, the slaves are animals. But we've noticed strange behavior in the pack. And my superiors want to know more. Some of the slaves are killing each other. We don't know if they're mad or hungry, desperate, or if there's a faction of slaves who've turned on the rest.
You've been observing them. Give me your best guess.
I don't really know. Who can fathom the mind of a slave? We know that the killings are ritualistic. The murderous slaves come in the night, stab their foes, and paint themselves in blood. If you could investigate, catch them in the act and take them down, maybe you could find a clue to their motives.
The slaves will give up their knowledge to me.
Look for any slave who's turned on his peers. With luck, he'll lead us to answers.
With luck, he'll lead us to silly. I agree, excellent.